Alright, so Electro, and we were all probably disappointed when we found out that this little electric piece here that kind of looks like his comic book mask was not removable. But there is just like from here, you can kind of tell that there is what looks to be a pretty solid Jamie Foxx likeness under there. So ever since we found this out, I've been really curious what he looks like without the this piece here. So I'm gonna heat it up and I'm gonna see just what I'm working with. So I honestly don't really mourn the loss of like a thing that's only in the movie for like literally like 2 seconds. So let's just see if we can work this piece off by pulling on everything. So even more heated up, and this piece is not coming out. It's stuck there really. There we go. Okay, so honestly, this looks like Jamie Foxx to me. There's quite a lot of glue residue. Maybe I can just... I think I might be able to just kind of scrape it off. I'm gonna wait until this head cools down a little bit, and then I'm gonna see if we can remove like all this residue. We're gonna have to do some very, very minor sculpting. We're just gonna have to fill in this part. But here is the mask. Okay, so I've cleaned up the majority here. I've just been using this little sanding stick and a wet toothpick, and I've just kind of been scrubbing, trying to get the glue residue off. So I have some epoxy clay here, and we're gonna fill up the hole, and this is gonna take a couple of hours to dry, but hopefully we can make this somewhat seamless. One thing I don't really do that often is paint brown skin tone, and I'm actually quite looking forward to it, because it's a lot easier to get a kind of naturalistic brown skin tone over a Caucasian one. So hopefully this won't be too difficult to make look good after the clay is dried up. But I still need to make the forehead kind of look natural and not completely flat. So we'll just have to layer on the clay, try to avoid any, like harsh cut-off points, and make it as smooth as possible. And I honestly cannot really see anything from this distance, so probably gonna tidy up most of it off camera. You get the idea. It's like there, and now, yeah. Okie dokie, so everything is dry, and now we just have to smooth out everything a little bit. Just make it a little bit more even with the sculpt. It's pretty even already because I wetted the clay and just kept mashing it with my thumb to make it as clean as possible. But a little extra sanding always helps, and yeah, I'm gonna repaint all of it anyway into a nice brown. My one hope is that, because there's not much detail sculpted into the clay here, that it's still gonna look good. But Jamie Foxx doesn't have a terribly wrinkly forehead or anything. Painting the eyebrows is my biggest concern. I hate painting eyebrows. Okay, so now we're gonna start painting. So most likely this will not work because it's just straight up brown from the bottle, and I'm not really sure how good the cover is. Oh, actually it is pretty darn solid. Alright, I didn't think there would be enough coverage on the paint to really cover up the complete blackness of the clay, but this actually looks pretty good. It's a couple of layers of this, and we'll see if we need to smooth out the clay even more. But it looks to be a pretty good match as well for the previously established skin tone. Gonna let this layer dry for now. Okay, so in no world is the sculpting here on the brow section perfect, but I tried to add some lines there, and it's just doing it this tiny is really, really difficult, and yeah, it kind of looks like crap. But I figured in the meantime, before I figure out if I want to keep it or not, I'm gonna just give him some eyes and see what that does to the figure. So just have some black. Why is this so glossy? I can't see anything. Messed up the placement. Definitely on this side. Let's give him some eyebrows while we're at it. I think those eyebrows got too high up, so these ones we do a little bit lower. And these are very like giraffe-esque eyebrows. We're gonna work ourselves to a better shape in a sec. So now with the eyebrows, we just like add some little dots over it, make them a little bit more inconsistent, but because of the black, they will still kind of peek through. Don't have a lot of paint at all on the brush, just kind of dulling the black down a little bit. I'm really not happy with these eyes at all. Alright gang, so I unfortunately sculpted some eyebrows off camera because it was just really difficult to paint eyebrows on and it just looked really weird, but I will try to kind of like blend the eyebrows in a little bit by just dotting some brown on top of them like so. One thing with eyebrows is that it made the wrinkles here in the middle look a whole lot better. It kind of just takes away, it distracts you from how badly sculpted those wrinkles are. I struggled so hard with those wrinkles, I couldn't really be bothered to make them perfect. Like at one point I did have them kind of exactly how I wanted them, and then it turned out the clay was like unevenly mixed and it didn't, like it just didn't cure properly, and I had to scrap everything. It was just really annoying. These eyebrows look pretty decent, I would say. Maybe they're not 100% like Jamie Foxx in terms of likeness, but it kind of gets the point across, I would say. Need to do a little bit more blending though. I also need to hit him with some dull coat because for some reason, like, look how shiny his forehead is. Like, this paint is supposed to be matte, but it's really, really shiny. So here is Jamie Foxx Electro without his mask finished, and if you want to see the mask, it's right here. I mean, I quite like this look with a mask on, but he goes like this for the majority of the movie, and it's not my best work, but I think it's like a decent enough, if not Jamie Foxx, at least there's a decent enough No Way Home Electro likeness in here. It's not my best sculpt work at all, and it's definitely not my best eye work, but basically the darker the eyes, the harder it is for me to see like where to place the pupil and everything like that. So I know this all just sounds like a bunch of excuses, but like I really, really feel my eyesight going when I'm painting something this dark. I think it turned out all right, and I definitely don't regret doing this. So, don't really know what else to add here. I can talk for like a brief second just how much I like this design of Electro. I think Jamie Foxx was absolutely a fantastic choice. I even quite liked him in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, even as controversial as that movie is. And some people may not like his dubstep music. I don't particularly like dubstep in general, but I thought his theme was incredible, and I was very, very happy to hear it in No Way Home. So, this Electro, a lot cooler than the comic version, because the comic version is, no offense, but he's kind of lame. I like the female Electro in the comics a whole lot more. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this little mod for Electro, and maybe one day in the future Hasbro will release like a properly unmasked Electro just to bank on some money, but I don't really know. But for now, there is this likeness underneath if you resculpt it and go through all the little hoops and hurdles I had to go through, as well as sculpting the eyebrows. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and sorry I didn't really film as much as I originally anticipated. Like I said, the eyes were really frustrating to me, and so was sculpting the brow and the eyebrows and everything. So also sorry for kind of like the lack of videos recently. I have kind of been struggling a bit creatively, but hopefully it's gonna have a turnaround. But yeah, thank you for watching and hope you enjoyed.
How you like the new?